Landmark ruling, the Supreme Court overturning Roe v. Wade, taking away the constitutional right to abortion. Protests and celebrations erupting outside the court after the historic 5-4 decision, overturning nearly 50 years of abortion rights, leaving the matter up to states now to decide.
It feels like a betrayal. Complete and utter joy that it was finally overturned.
The majority opinion written by Justice Samuel Alito saying Roe was egregiously wrong from the start. The 3 liberal justices in their dissent warning millions of American women have lost a fundamental constitutional protection. The impact, roughly half the states expected to ban abortion, 13 states with trigger laws banning abortion immediately or soon. Clinics in several states already turning women away. President Biden calling this a sad day for America, framing the upcoming midterms as an all-out battle for abortion rights. And the far-reaching fallout. Could a national ban on abortion be in the future? And how Justice Clarence Thomas opened the door to overturning the rights to contraception and same-sex marriage, too. Another major story tonight, Congress passing the most significant gun safety bill in nearly 30 years, now on its way to President Biden's desk. And our NBC News exclusive, one-on-one with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. His message about the Americans captured while fighting in Ukraine, what he's now vowing to do.
This is NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt.
Good evening, everyone. Where do privacy and personal freedom begin, and where do they end? Questions that have framed an enduring divide in modern America. One many thought was settled nearly 50 years ago when the Supreme Court affirmed a constitutional right to an abortion. Today, the court answered that question again, this time on a 5-4 vote, taking away what was regarded as a fundamental right. Right now, new laws banning abortion are taking effect in several states, just hours after the court overturned the landmark Roe v. Wade decision, leaving it to states to decide whether abortion is legal. Justice Samuel Alito, in his opinion, writing Roe was egregiously wrong from the start. A draft of the decision leaked to the public weeks ago took away the suspense of the moment, but not the euphoria of victory for abortion opponents, nor the sting of defeat felt by abortion rights supporters. Here's the scene right now of crowds gathered outside the Supreme Court in protest and celebration. Our team ready to cover it all, starting with Pete Williams.
Outside the court, now ringed with a security fence, opponents of abortion rights cheered.
Complete and utter joy that it was finally overturned, but the determination, a steely determination, that the battle is not over.
Legal abortion on demand!
Legal abortion on demand!
For others, it was what they were dreading ever since the court signaled in December it was likely to overturn Roe.
It feels like a betrayal. It feels like my country doesn't love me and appreciate my body as a woman.
The court overturned nearly 50 years of abortion precedents in a ruling that was a first. Never before has the court granted and then taken away a widely recognized constitutional right. The court voted 5-4 to overturn Roe. Chief Justice John Roberts said going that far wasn't necessary to uphold Mississippi's law banning abortion after 15 weeks of pregnancy. The court voted 6-3 to uphold that law. The majority opinion overturning Roe tracked closely with the version that leaked in May, touching off nationwide protest, including at the homes of some of the court's conservatives. Justice Samuel Alito's majority opinion said no right to abortion is protected by any constitutional provision. The Roe decision, he said, was egregiously wrong and deeply damaging.
Like Winston Churchill said, this is the end of the beginning. It's been a 50-year battle to protect unborn children, but we now have those battles in every state.
Unlike other court rulings based on a right to privacy, Alito said abortion is different because it involves a potential life. So he said the ruling does not undermine the rights to same-sex marriage or contraception, though Justice Clarence Thomas said the court should take another look at them too. The ruling does not make abortion illegal, but it's no longer a constitutional right, so that leaves the issue up to each state. It's likely to become illegal soon in about half the nation. Some states have already banned it as of tonight. The rest of the banned states are likely to follow in the coming weeks. Justice Brett Kavanaugh, in a controlling concurrence, said states that ban abortion cannot make it a crime for their residents to travel to a state where abortion is legal to get the procedure. In a joint dissent, Justices Stephen Breyer, Sonia Sotomayor, and Elena Kagan said the court ruling means that from the very moment of fertilization, a woman has no rights to speak of. They say a state can force her to bring a pregnancy to term, even at the steepest personal and family cost.
People are going to be heading to the streets both in the wake of this decision immediately and in the days and months to come, and making clear that the majority of people in the United States support abortion rights.
And Pete is joining us now from outside the Supreme Court. Pete, what's it been like out there today?
Well, this is the biggest crowd I've ever seen outside the Supreme Court after a decision. It's been building steadily all day, people celebrating and mourning the decisions. And while it does return the issue to the states, the dissenters say there's nothing in this ruling that would prevent Congress from banning abortion nationwide if it ever chose to. Lester?
All right, Pete, thank you. The ripple effect was immediate just after the decision. Some of those trigger laws already in effect. Some women unable to get abortion services planned for today. Blaine Alexander with more now from Mississippi.
Outside the Mississippi clinic at the heart of today's Supreme Court decision.
We do abortion, and we're proud to do abortion.
Even though the days for that are now numbered, at the Jackson Women's Health Organization, the requests are only growing. In 10 days, because of the state's trigger law, Mississippi's only abortion clinic will shut down for good.
I will tell you that any patient who contacts us will see them. We'll make sure we see them during that 10 days.
But in some states, change is already happening. Of the 13 trigger law states, abortion is now illegal, with a few exceptions in at least 5 of them following today's ruling, including Missouri, Oklahoma, and Arkansas, where, through tears, the Attorney General signed the certification late today.
Restoring to the state of Arkansas the authority to prohibit abortion.
In Wisconsin, Planned Parenthood immediately stopped abortions following today's ruling. The medical director had to break the news to patients already in the waiting room.
Today, I had to look people in the eye and turn them away when they were seeking abortions.